Decoding history. Analyzing power. Power Politics Review.
All right, let's dive into something we've all experienced. That strange, sometimes kind of creepy feeling when an ad pops up online that seems to know exactly what you were just thinking about.
You know the feeling, right? You mention to a friend that you need new running shoes, and then bam, moments later, your feed is flooded with ads for them. It's so specific it makes you wonder, is my phone listening to me? Or is something even stranger going on?
Well, it's not magic and it's not telepathy. It's technology. And it all starts with the trail of digital breadcrumbs we leave behind every single time we go online. Think about it. Every single thing you do, every article you read, every video you watch, every product you click on but don't even buy, it all creates this massive digital footprint. And when all those little data points get put together, they paint this incredibly detailed picture of you. So, how do companies take that footprint and turn it into those eerily perfect ads? Well, that's where artificial intelligence steps in. Let's pull back the curtain and look at the two key pieces of tech that make this all happen. First up, you've got targeted advertising. Now, this is nothing like an old-school TV commercial that just blasts the same message out to millions of people. Instead, AI algorithms sift through your unique digital footprint to serve up ads that are hyper-specific to your interests. It's really the difference between a random billboard on the highway and having your own personal shopper. But it gets even crazier with predictive analytics. This is where AI stops just looking at what you've already done and starts predicting what you're going to do next. Based on your patterns and the patterns of millions of other people, it can actually forecast your future needs, sometimes before you're even aware of them yourself. And the amount of data being collected is just astounding. It's not just one thing. It's your basic demographic info, like your age and where you live. It's your behavioral data, what you search for, what you buy. And it's even contextual stuff, like what device you're on or what time of day you're most active online. All these little pieces get fed into the AI to build your profile.
Now, look, this technology can be incredibly helpful sometimes, right? It can show us products we genuinely want or need, but it also brings up a huge question. Where exactly is the line between helpful personalization and, well, invasive manipulation?
You can really see the two sides of the coin here. On one hand, personalization makes our online lives smoother, more relevant. But on the other hand, it can easily slip into manipulation. For example, AI can create these filter bubbles where you only see what it thinks you want to see. So if you click on one brand of headphones, the algorithm might just stop showing you other options that could be better or cheaper. It can even learn to exploit subconscious triggers to nudge you toward a purchase you might not have made otherwise. And this brings up some major ethical red flags. We're talking about constant surveillance of our data, algorithms that might have hidden biases, and a real question about how much of our free will is actually our own. Plus, have you ever just felt completely overwhelmed by all the choices? That's a real thing called decision fatigue, and this kind of hyper-personalization can make it so much worse. You know, this problem isn't exactly new, but AI has absolutely supercharged it. Marketers have always tried to persuade us, of course. But now, AI gives them tools that are way more powerful and way more subtle than ever before, pushing that boundary between persuasion and manipulation into some really murky territory. But here's where things get interesting. As a direct response to all these concerns, people are waking up. We're becoming more aware, and we're starting to push back. We're actually seeing the rise of a whole new kind of shopper, the conscious consumer.
Ethical consumerism is basically about using our purchasing power as a force for good. It means we're not just looking at price and quality anymore. Now we're asking big questions about a product's impact on the world. And we're choosing to support brands that actually align with our personal values.
So why is this all happening right now? Well, it's a mix of things. We're way more aware of global issues, we feel a growing sense of personal responsibility to do something about them, and frankly, our shopping habits have become another way to express who we are. And most importantly, we're demanding that businesses be way more open and honest about how they operate. And that demand for transparency? It's huge. Get this. One IBM study found that a staggering 75% of consumers say transparency is a make-or-break factor for them when it comes to trusting a brand that uses AI. That's a massive signal to businesses everywhere. If you're going to use AI, you better be upfront about it. The way we get our information plays a massive role in this shift too. Social media can spread awareness like wildfire, which is great, but it can also spread misinformation. Traditional media can give us deeper context, but then you also have to be on the lookout for greenwashing, when brands just pretend to be more ethical than they really are to get your business.
So this brings us to the ultimate challenge, doesn't it? How do we keep innovating with this incredible technology while also making sure we're acting responsibly? This is the core dilemma for marketers, for regulators, and for all of us as consumers.
One really promising idea is this concept of ethical intelligence. The goal here is to build a guiding principle right into how AI is developed and used from the very beginning. It's basically a promise to make sure these powerful tools are being used not just to make a profit, but to genuinely benefit people and society as a whole.
And here's what that might look like in practice. This framework puts that idea of ethical intelligence right at the very center of everything. It's the core, the heart, and everything else, from data practices to customer communication, radiates out from that fundamental principle.
The whole framework is built on 4 key pillars. First, using data responsibly. Second, designing algorithms that are fair. Third, being totally transparent about how AI is being used. And fourth, and this one is so important, being sensitive to the psychological and emotional impact of these tools. It means shifting from asking, can we do this, to should we do this? It's all about building trust from the ground up.
Which really brings us to a final big thought. As this technology gets smarter and more woven into our daily lives, the ultimate question isn't just about what AI can do, but about what kind of relationship we want to have with it. In this race to create smarter marketing, how do we make sure we all stay truly human,